So the Q5 has an oil leak at the rear of the engine, and I have been losing oil between oil changes. Just take a look down here at all that oil stain. One of the common oil leaks at the rear of the engine is actually at the bottom of the oil filter housing here, where it mates to the engine. The seal between the two over time actually just disintegrates or just flattens out and doesn't function as it should anymore. So in this video, I'm going to show you guys how I will be replacing that seal. Now let's just jump right into it. Here's the oil filter housing seal, and also make sure to get a set of the upper intake manifold gaskets as well. I got both of these off of FCP Euro, and if you guys want to get these too, I'll put the link down below. So let's get this going. Remove the two engine covers, just pop them off. Then remove this intake hose here, loosen up the hose clamp here with the 7mm socket. Pull off the vacuum line that goes to this nipple here. Pull this another looks like vacuum line that goes and clip into the intake hose here. Just pull it up out of the clip. Pull off this fuel line here out of this little holder. Push this, pull it out. And then on this end, there's two clips, one up top here as you see it, and one exactly on the bottom here. Just pull the clip off of the intake hose, and then the intake hose should be able to come out. There looks to be about 6 connectors in this area that we need to disconnect. Here, 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 and here. Pull the harness off of the holder here. Push this harness back. I'm going to remove this evap blind here first so that I can see the connector back here. All I'm going to do is move this hose clamp over and pull off the hose clamp, or the hose. Okay, all the connectors are off. Then there looks to be about 3 small vacuum lines that we need to remove. Here, here, here. Then there's one large, looks like evap hose that goes right in this section here. Right down here, there's a little T20 screws that holds it in. It's right over back here, this guy here, and then it goes right into here, and you see that Torx screw right there. Remove that, and then you should be able to pop out that evap hose. So that looks like everything has been removed up here. Now let's go work down here. On this end, you got to remove this connector, and this vacuum hose here. Then remove a total of 12 T30 screws that holds the intake manifold in. And here they are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. The intake manifold now should be able to come off. Let's give it a try. The intake manifold is kind of stuck on there, but if you keep on pulling at it, it should be able to come out. Intake manifold is off. To have more access to the bolts that bolts down the oil filter housing. I'm going to remove the crankcase ventilation hose right here. It's held in by a little T30 screw right here, and then each of these holes you're going to have to also remove it from the valve cover. You have one on this side here, and then you have the other one that routes out to this side here. With that crankcase ventilation hose removed, now we have much better access to the M8 triple square bolts that holds this housing down. You can see we have one right there, and then we have another one down there, and then we have a third one right over here, and then lastly we have a 10 millimeter bolt right here that holds the oil filter housing down. Once we remove all that, the oil filter housing should be able to come out. Alright, so the oil filter housing is not coming out because there's a rod right here that holds in the oil filter housing, and there's a bunch of stuff behind here, but you can pull it far back enough to where you can actually just swap out the gasket right here. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to swap out the gasket at this point. The old gasket. If you guys are finding this video to be helpful so far, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to stay updated on videos like these that could possibly help you guys out on future DIYs. Thanks. Now let's get back to replacing that oil filter housing seal. Install the new seal. Make sure the surface where the gasket mounts to is nice and clean, and then we can go ahead and reinstall or put the housing back into place. Install the 4-bolt and nut. Alright, oil filter housing gasket replacement complete. Now let's put everything back together. Install the crankcase ventilation hose. Clean the intake manifold as best you can, and then replace these green seals right here. Install the intake manifold with the 12 T30 screws. Then on this end, connect this vacuum hose down here, connect this wire here into this connector, and then connect this connector into that connector right there. Up here, install this large vent hose into the intake manifold and bolt it down right here with the little T20 screw. And then up here, you have 6 connectors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to install, and a total of 4 vacuum lines to install, which are 1, 2, 3, and 4. Install the intake manifold. If you guys have any further questions about the procedure, just comment it down below and I will try my best to help you guys out. Also, if you guys missed a video where I did a carpet cleaning on the Q5, make sure to check it out here, and also subscribe to my channel here. Thanks.